Hello students, this is assistance on how to find and use your digital National Geographic text. You know that your teacher has a hard copy of the National Geographic text in the room, but those are big and heavy and we don't have enough for everyone to take home, and you probably wouldn't want to do that anyway. So I'm going to show you how to access the National Geographic text on your iPad so that when you are given a reading assignment, you can find that at home. My iPad screen is going to look a little bit different from yours, but you will still be able to figure this out. They are not so different that you will be lost. The first thing I need you to do is to find class link. So my class link looks right here. You're going to click on class link. It will log you in. You already should be logged in because you've toggled the Remember Me switch, so you won't have to do anything. And then this is where yours is going to look a little bit different from mine. But you want to search through your apps until you find this black app with yellow NGL letters and white sync, NGL sync. NG stands for National Geographic. To be 100% honest, I have no idea what the L is for. This is a new look for this app. It didn't used to be called this, so I have not been told yet what the L stands for. But you're going to select this app and it will open. Excuse me. My internet at home is a little bit slow, so it will work, but we might have a little pause here and there. Now, this is where ours will look different. Yours should just have one copy of the textbook. So this is what the textbook looks like. I have 4 because I have 4 different classes. But whatever, all you have to do is click on Launch Course. It will welcome you with your name. You should already be logged in. There shouldn't be a problem with that. And then yours might say something like, you have no assignments or something like that, because typically I do not assign readings through the app. Instead, I will ask you in class, hey, tonight you need to read such and such a page in National Geographic, and I will put that on Schoology. So you will always know what to read, but this is how you find it. So you're going to see our big textbook, that Chinese dragon there, and the absolute easiest way to do this is to go up here to this white magnifying glass. Your name will be right there. You're going to click on the magnifying glass, and then you are going to put in the page numbers that I have assigned to you. So in all likelihood, the first thing I'm going to ask you to read is page 208 and 209. All you have to put in is 208. You are going to hit return, and after some thinking, it is going to bring up that particular section. Now again, yours is going to look a little bit different over here. You will probably have the name of the section, Mysterious Minoans, in English, and you also will probably have it in Spanish. If you want to read it in Spanish, if that's your first language, knock yourself out. I do not read Spanish, so I am going to go up here and I am simply going to click the page number that I want, the Mysterious Minoans, and it will bring me the 2-page spread of what the textbook is. So we will let it think and cycle, and it is loading. Now, while it's loading, I will tell you that over here, this is kind of useful. So you can ask it to do a full screen. You can ask it to zoom in if you want to look at something a little closer. And then these 2 arrows are very important because that's going to let you go to the next page. You used to be able to swipe on the screen, and they disabled that particular feature. So as you can see, these are the 2 pages, 208 and 209. I'll go ahead and hit full screen so we get the full picture. And you can see that it is here. And I want to point out that when I say, hey, read these 2 pages, it really is more like maybe a page, because in National Geographic, for every 2 pages of text, there will always be a big picture or image or graph or map where there isn't any text to read. So if I ask you to read 2 pages, it's really only like asking you to read about 1 page. This part on the page, in this kind of gray background, is always a little introduction. So, kind of like in your atlas that you did the assignment on, this sort of gives you a little background of what you're going to read about. And this orange box is super important. So, this is a great support if you want to use it. If you click on that megaphone, I guess it is going to read the text to you. So I'm going to click on it and let you listen to it for just a second. So we're going to click on it. It's going to come up with a little bar. You click the arrow to play and...
Lesson 1.1.
Whoa!
Mysterious Minoans. You step forward and grasp the horns of the huge panting bull. Its head twitches. Your muscles tighten in anticipation,
totally broken,
blocking out the cheers of the crowd.
So
you spring over the bull's back and land behind the enormous...
She's reading this particular section. Now, I did not love her voice, and if you ask me, I can show you later how to change the voice of your iPad when it speaks. You can change what it sounds like, and that's actually kind of fun to play around with. You will always have a main idea under this yellow bar, so that is a great thing to improve your reading comprehension. If you read that, the Minoans established the earliest civilization in ancient Greece, that's going to give you a little bit of heads up at what you will be reading about. Another wonderful support I want to show you is these letters MT in the yellow circle. What this does is this will change the reading level so that it's either a little easier, a little more difficult, depending on what you have it set at. So you can see right here, I'm going to go to the cities and culture, and I can see what it says. The Minoans grew wealthy through trade across the Mediterranean. One of the Minoan strengths was that they were expert sailors. If I click MT, it's going to change. It's not going to change the meaning, but it's going to change the level of the text. So now it says, the Minoans grew wealthy through trade across the Mediterranean. One of the Minoan strengths was that they were great sailors. So you can tell that's not a huge difference, but if you're struggling to understand the text, this might be a good help for you. The other thing I want to point out, which is absolutely terrific, is anything in this that is highlighted yellow, if you click on that, it will give you the definition of that word, and it will also say it for you.
Labyrinth. A maze.
So if you say, hey, I don't know how to say that word, you click on that, that can help you say that word. So those are wonderful supports for anyone to be able to use. In National Geographic, each section really is just these 2 pages. And again, if you are looking to improve your reading comprehension, go through these review and assess questions in your head. After you read this, can you answer a question like number 2? What does the Great Palace at Knossos reveal about the Minoan civilization? And if you say to yourself, I have no idea, maybe you weren't attending as much as you wanted to. So this is the National Geographic, the 2-page spread. And let's say I had assigned to you 208 to 211. So to get to the next page, you just click this down arrow to go to the next material, and it's going to bring you to the next page. This is the Mycenaean civilization, and I want to prove that I was not lying about how much reading there is. As you will be able to see once this loads, there is definitely text, but there is also this really big map right here that takes up quite a lot of room. So there never is a huge reading load in the National Geographic text. So you can see on this one, there aren't any words that need to be defined. There are no words in yellow highlight, but there are some bolded words, and they've given you an explanation. They give you the phonetic pronunciation of how you say the word, and that will also help as well. You can keep clicking through next material. If at any time you want to get out of a section and get back in, you can simply click on that arrow. You can go back. You can use the back arrow, whatever you need to do. I hope this helps you on your education journey.